Hi everyone. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna play some more frickin' Persona. So excited. I love our cute little character. Um, when last we left off, we had just changed Kamoshida's heart, stolen his treasure, and he called out of school the next day. He didn't show up. So we might get expelled in 4 days, but we've done what we can. So now we just get to fucking hang out and attempt to uh, get better at our skills. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for the recap. I'm a little sleepy today, so I might be a little off my game, but I wanted to play this. And get a little bit of a break from Death Stranding before we head into what I believe will be the finale on Friday. And I haven't played this game in a bit, and I want to play it. So, the thing I want to work on is our guts, so that we can advance our social link with Takemi. But also, there's some locations around Tokyo that we haven't fully explored. Bro, never thought it would end up like this. Mr. Kamoshida hasn't been coming to school lately. What does this mean for us? You know what? I could not tell you. So we borrowed a book from the library. We bought some books at the bookstore. We can work on our social link with Ryuji. I think An is out of commission until after we get the change of heart, because she's staying with Shiho in the hospital to look after her. So let's... Ryuji might up my guts. What are the other things we have? Oh, this is all school stuff. Got batting cages, laundromat, bathhouse. The bathhouse is charm, I think. In Shibuya, I think we've explored all of these. So let's work on our social link with Ryuji.
Hey.
We beat Kamoshida and all, but I'm still feeling kind of nervous. I guess we just gotta wait and see what happens.
Hey.
Yo, what do you think about training a bit? We're gonna get rusty if we don't keep ourselves active. Yeah, let me check my bond with him. We're already rank 3. But I think he's our best chance at getting some guts. Okay, go get changed. We're gonna do some jogging today. We still got a little scene, I think. Nope. No, we don't. That's fine.
You're back.
Oh, we can work on 2 social links in the same day. Let's see, do we have crosswords? No. Yeah, let's talk with Sojiro.
Now?
Excuse me. There's still some time left on the clock today. How about it? I can teach you the ropes. Let's check our bond with him. I think we're still at 2. Let's work on our social link with
All right then.
Sojiro. Put your stuff down and grab an apron. Don't forget to wash your hands. Yeah, teach me how to cafe. Sojiro's guidance is extremely precise. I did just as he told me.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for helping me out. Sojiro's cool. I like him. Oh, what's our... You got plans today? I still can't just sit around and do nothing. I'm at the arcade in Shibuya. Let me know if anything comes up. We could go to the arcade. I think that's fun. Let me decide later, just because I want to. So we don't have class today. Friday is off for some reason. So yeah, let's try going to the arcade in the daytime, because we couldn't really do anything in the evening last time we went.
Okay.
Let's head to Shibuya. Oh, he's got a social link event here. Wasn't there like, there was like a kid at the arcade, or some like a ne'er-do-well. That's a description.
Oh, hey. Hey. Come on.
I'm interested in looking around Shibuya during the day, because it feels like we didn't really get to do anything. And is this just buying stuff? The Earth Burger. Yeah, okay, it's just takeout. It's a shop. We might be able to watch a movie. Yeah! Going to a movie will cause time to pass, but if it is your first time seeing a film, you can expect greater effects from watching. Movie showing changes as time passes.
Wow.
Tank Top Millionaire. Yes! Guts! Guts movie! I want to watch the Guts movie.
I'd hope that some slumdog brat wins so much prize money. It's just not possible. You must have cheated.
No, it wasn't cheating. It was destiny.
Okay. How does a little kid like him have guts like that? I could really feel the courage of that boy and his attitude towards life. Oh, 3! We get 3 guts points. Eventually, I won't just be milquetoast. Even watch the credits all the way to the very end.
Let's head back.
Alright, let's go home. Train stopped? Was another one of those psychotic breakdowns? Another minister has resigned. What's going on? How stupid do you have to be to commit adultery? It must be nuts, swinging that knife around on a train. There are too many crazy people. Where are all the sane people? Yeah.
You're back.
Oh, beep 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 beep. You heard anything about stuff happening to Kamoshida? Nope. I see. Did something happen? I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of anxious. Keep thinking about how, even with all you did, I'd still end up getting expelled. My mom's totally gonna suffer if that happens. Plus, we couldn't even help An or Suzui. We'll have to... We'll deal if we need to. Guess I just gotta accept my fate. Now's not really the time to be getting pessimistic about this. Anyways, I'm feeling a little better now that I talked to you about this. Thanks, man. Oh, and don't tell An I was doubting us, okay? She won't have anyone to rely on if we're getting all worried about this shit. Well, see ya. Okay. What do you have to say, Sojiro? Oh. Yeah, we should probably study. Don't think there's anything else we can do upstairs, and then toilet would, the, like, cleaning would give us charm, I think?
I'll just add this.
I didn't want the save, I wanted the menu. Menu! Here we go. Social stats, here we go. Because that gives us kindness, I think. But we've been putting some work into knowledge, so let's study to finish out the night.
Now listen up.
You won't have much time for studying when you go out into the world, so study now while you can.
What do you want to do?
Put
Study.
your clothes up.
Alright, see you, Sojiro.
Wow.
I'm gonna get so smart. I'm gonna get like 2 whole music notes of smart. Look at that. Look how smart, little smarts I am. I'm still oblivious, but...
Hey.
Oh, nice. I can work on reading. Let me finish The Great Thief. So then I can return it to the library. Treasure room had already been emptied out. Ah, the legendary gentleman thief, Arsène. It's hard not to idolize him. He's preeminent in our field.
Oh.
So, you finished reading The Great Thief. Arsène always thwarted his pursuers, leading them around by the nose. He's so cool. It seems this novel taught you about the kind of wits and tricks you'll need as a phantom thief. Is that proficiency? Oh no, knowledge. Nice, we're learned now.
All right.
Oh, we're almost at the station. I'd say that was an efficient use of your time. I'll see if I can't pick up a Guts book at the library today.
Morning. The board meeting is the day after tomorrow. I wonder if Kamoshida really had a change of heart.
Let's hope so, or the game will end very quickly.
What if we failed? That's all I've been able to think about.
We have to believe.
We did do what we could. I guess all I can do now is believe. But how strange. I feel a bit better now. Maybe it's because of your composure? We'll be able to avenge Shiho, and you won't get expelled. After break, we'll all be able to laugh together.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'll believe.
Hi, everyone.
How are you all doing? These days, you're expected to know colloquial English, even if it's idioms that come from other languages. I want you to forget that you're Japanese during this class, and make yourself believe you're a foreigner. What's important is becoming someone else. In this day and age, being able to swap your mask depending on the situation is a critical talent. How will you fare, Ms. Rowe? Here's a question.
Let's hear it.
Are you a Wunderkind? See if you can work out the answer based on what you know. Are you a Wunderkind? Well, seems to me like we need to work out what that is so we can answer properly. My German is a little rusty, but I'll give you a hand if I can. First off, the Wunder part probably means... wonder. Right, wonder. So something wondrous, I guess, or impressive. Next, the kind part. That's probably... child. Let's think about this again. Oh, huh. If the kind in kindergarten refers to all the kids in it... yeah, that's gotta be it. Kind means a child. Or at least a young person, in your case. Prodigy.
This is it. That's correct.
I was asking you if you were a wonder child. In other words, a youth of uncommon talent. But I suppose if you were able to think and adapt so quickly, that proves you certainly must be. Oh, the word talent comes from the Greek talenton, a sum of money referenced in the Bible. The more skilled a servant was, the more coins they would receive from God. Their talent led to wealth. She's pretty smart. I didn't expect that. She might not be too bad. Man, all you guys trying to judge me. You don't have anime protagonist hair. You're on a roll today. That's right, I'm so freaking smarts. The English word talent didn't originally have anything to do with our modern concept of celebrity. But the ability to change one's mask depending on the situation is surely a talent given to one by God. It's not too far off calling people who can react to things on the spot on TV talents. The talent of changing masks. Does that make us all Wunder Thieves? I don't know if I go that far. I don't know if I go that far, Morgana. Alright, we got after school.
Really?
I wonder if... Can I go to the movie theater? Is that allowed? Because if I just grind some guts, I got plenty of money.
Well,
Yes,
well then.
go watch the movie again. It won't be as good as the first time, but...
How the hell did some slumdog brat win so much prize money? It's
God.
just not possible. You must have cheated.
No, it wasn't cheating. It was destiny.
That voice clip sure is something. Okay, just one. But we got to bold, which means we can talk to Takemi now. That's all the guts I needed.
Let's head back.
Oh, I forgot to return my book. Oh well. No crossword.
You got time right now?
Let's work on Sojiro some more.
All
Because I like him. I just slowly chip away at his... Oh, I probably could have talked to Takemi. I forgot that I'm allowed to go around in, Yonganjaya.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is airing today. You want to check out the TV? Yeah, sure. Oh god, I have MIMs. How's your studying coming along for your exams? By the way, I have a new medicine ready. I want to test it on you as soon as possible. Could you stop by, my little guinea pig? Yes, ma'am. Is Ryuji just... Yeah, okay, Ryuji's in Shibuya. Hi, Takemi. I'll be right there. Thanks. I'll be waiting at the clinic. I'll have everything ready for you. Don't you run away, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In spring, when one sleeps a sleep that knows no dawn, huh? God, I need a nap. Or at least some good old-fashioned caffeine in my system. Came because you saw my messages, right? I want to do a clinical trial. I developed a new medicine. Did you come to the back? I can become closer with Takemi thanks to the death persona Mandrake. Ooh, so having a persona of their arcana will increase my social growth. So since I don't have a Hierophant, my Sojiro bond is not growing as fast.
Please head to the exam room.
In that case, I'm going to start setting up, so go wait in the examination room. Well, I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Here you go. I made various adjustments to the previous drug, based on your trial results. Alright, drink it down in one gulp. The powerful taste, both sour and bitter, overwhelms me. The smell is terrible. I'm having a hard time breathing. Ah, your reaction to it is absolutely perfect. You feel a bit dazed, hmm? Yes, I mixed in some special components. Okay, let's take your temperature and blood pressure. I'm also going to draw some blood. I also want to perform a few motor skill tests, but those might be too much for you right now. Anyway, since we're in the final stages, I should first stabilize the fundamental formula. Oh, so you are here. Oh shit.
What?
I'm in the middle of an examination. I've told you before, officer. If you want to investigate me, you need to show me a warrant. I'm here because we received a report. I'll need to see a detailed statement of medical expenses and full medical records. I bet you didn't have enough time to hide any incriminating documents, huh? You must be under the orders of the medical chief of staff. Here you go. Huh? This kid here is my only patient today. If you're asking for his medical expenses, I'm guessing I'm under suspicion of improper billing. But without a receipt, I'd say you've been sent on a wild goose chase. What's going on here? You're being manipulated. That report is fictitious. It's nothing but an attempt to harass me. What? Hey, you. What are you doing here? You don't seem to be sick. Are you up to something illegal? I know my rights. Ugh. Do you also have a warrant for disclosure, officer? If not, I'd be happy to report this. So, is there anything else? As you can see, I'm pretty busy here. Fine. You're infuriating, you know that? But I'd expect nothing less from the plague. Kimmy fucking rules. She fucking rules. We're both like, fuck the police. You have a warrant? Get the fuck out of here. I'm so over this. I agree.
Wow.
I think we're going to get along just fine. There's nothing to worry about. I'm sure it was my former superior who made that false report. You eavesdropped on our conversation the other day, remember? He's just trying to put pressure on me by having the police investigate me and my practice.
By the way,
Anyway, I need to draw some blood. There'll be some mild anemia, but only temporarily. He'll be fine. Part of our deal, remember? Guess I have no choice. I like kids who listen to their superiors. Enjoy your medicine. Feels like my bond with Takemi is growing even deeper. Yeah!
all right.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to draw more blood than usual, since you're healthy and all. Only kidding. Okay, please lie down. You can go home once I'm done. I feel like cooperating in that shady clinical trial has increased my guts. Can't believe I'm bold and learned.
Take care.
Alright, take care. Thanks, Takemi. For whatever the fuck that was. Beep 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 beep. Hi, my little guinea pig. You get home safely? Still seemed kinda dizzy when you left, so I figured I'd check in. You know how it is. Some patients get sick on their way back home. I'm totally fine. I feel lightheaded. I think I have superpowers. I think I have superpowers. Huh. You sound fine enough to joke, at least. Maybe I should up the dosage next time. I think you'll be okay, but call me if you start feeling sick. Okay, I'm looking forward to our next clinical trial. God, Takemi's so cool. I love unethical medicine.
Hey,
Oh man, Baz is gonna love this game when he plays it. Tomorrow's the board meeting. Don't worry, I'm sure the change of heart worked. Beep 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 beep. The board meeting's tomorrow, right? We're gonna get expelled if Kamoshida doesn't have a change of heart by then. Did all we could. Either way, I'm not going to lose hope. You're right. It's a little too early to be giving up now. Guess we're gonna have to find out one way or the other tomorrow. Just gotta brace ourselves for all the possibilities.
I'm sorry I can't offer more reassurance, but he should have the change of heart. Let's just believe in that while we wait for tomorrow. Well then.
Oh, that's right, we got home shopping. I almost forgot. The military ration set. Torimeshi, MRE, beef patty. Muscle workout set. Protein and moist protein. I think we're pretty good for restorative items, so I'll get some protein.
Hey, hey!
Because that way, when I want to, I can work out and boost the effects. Get more max HP.
Well then.
What do you have to say, Sojiro? Okay, I am going to see, because isn't there a theater here as well? Oh, that's not map. Yeah, there is a theater. Okay. I don't have it on the thing yet. But it's here. Is it closed? Oh, okay. They're not open yet. Forgot I have like spider vision. I've not watched the new Spider-Man yet, but I have to. That secondhand shop.
How can I help you?
Oh, that's right. I got the DVD player, so I can go to the DVD shop now. Which is in Shibuya, I think. All right. Let's just study then. Where is the fucking cafe? Around this corner?
You don't know anything.
Yes. Just do a little studying.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
Make sure you close up.
Can I talk?
So it feels like knowledge is just always going to be a good thing to have. And studying guarantees we up it by 2, so...
Well then.
This is no good.
Mondays are such a drag. Why couldn't they give us today off too? We have the rest of the week off starting tomorrow. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Speaking of, what's up with that calling card? The one sent to Kamoshida. Didn't it say something about stealing his distorted desires or something weird like that? Yeah, something like that. I'm sure it's just a prank. No one's taking it seriously.
What's with the sudden morning assembly?
Ooh.
I bet it's about that girl that jumped the other day.
They don't have to tell us not to commit suicide.
God, high schoolers suck.
There was that weird calling card too, so I guess the teachers are freaking out. We're lucky that morning practice got canceled though.
I feel like I'm gonna faint if this takes forever.
Let's begin this school-wide morning assembly. As you all know, a tragic event took place the other day. Thankfully, we have been informed that she has pulled through, but it will take time until she recovers. Everyone here has a bright future ahead. I implore that you rethink the importance of life and... Mr. Kamoshida, what's the...
Uh-oh.
I have been reborn.
Okay.
That is why I will confess everything to you all.
Huh? What's wrong with Mr. Kamoshida?
What's this about?
Confess? Did the volleyball team do something?
I have repeatedly done things that were unbecoming of a teacher. Verbally abusing students, physically abusing my team, and sexually harassing female students. I am the reason why Shiho Suzui tried to kill herself.
Sexual harassment? What? Why would he say that himself?
He is
Volleyball
the
team?
worst.
Really? Physical abuse?
I thought of this school as my own castle. There were even students that I sentenced to expulsion, simply because I didn't like them. I will, of course, rescind those. I am truly sorry for putting innocent youths through such horrible acts.
Well, I guess the change of heart worked.
I
Oh,
will
whoops.
take responsibility.
Oh, Jesus.
I kill myself for it.
Holy shit. Hold on, let me see. I'm an arrogant, shallow, and shameful person. No, I'm worse than that.
What? Did he just say that?
Wait, kill himself?
Mr. Kamoshida,
Hey, bud, you could just go to jail.
Mr. Kamoshida, please get off the stage for now. Everyone, return to your classes.
Don't run, you bastard! Shiho's still alive, even after all the things that made her want to die! You have no right to run from this!
You're right. You're absolutely right. I should be punished under the law and atone for my crimes. I did horrible things to Takamaki-san as well. In return for giving Suzui-san a position on the team, I tried to force her into having relations.
Disgusting.
For a position on the team?
I feel so
That's
bad
horrible.
for
So the rumors
Takamaki-san.
weren't true.
As of today, I will resign from my position as an instructor and turn myself in.
Yeah, good.
Someone please call the police!
The police?
Is he for real? He's gonna get
Wow.
arrested?
This morning's assembly is over. Return to your classes immediately.
Isn't this just like what that calling card said?
Does this mean the Phantom Thieves thing was for real?
Was something done to Kamoshida?
Come on, there's no way you could steal someone's heart.
But why else would he start saying things like he'll kill himself or turn himself in?
Maybe because it almost got leaked. Don't they go easier on you if you turn yourself in?
I wonder what happened.
Who knows? But man, Kamoshida turned out to be one sick bastard.
Hey, is this for real? He's turning himself in just like that? What's going to happen to
When we have the, like,
Return
crowd
to your
murmurs,
classrooms at once.
all I can hear is the same voice actor for our homeroom teacher doing, like, student voices.
His heart really did change.
Oh, achievement. Castle of Lust seized. Yeah, I could just hear the same voice actress doing, like, flashy student.
Seems like it. But was this really for the best?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gotta be. But things are happening way too fast. Huh? What the? Takamaki-san, I'm sorry.
Huh?
We all knew, but we pretended we didn't.
Takamaki-san, I had you all wrong. I'm sorry that I spread rumors about you.
I didn't know at all. Kamoshida was forcefully pushing himself on you. It must have been so hard for you.
I'm sure there's a ton of people who want to apologize to you. We're so sorry.
I mean, that's...
No, it's okay. The same goes for me, too.
That doesn't fix it, but that's certainly like a grown-up move to go like, hey, I was wrong and I want to talk to you about it, instead of like just kind of shrinking away and never talking to her again out of shame.
Besides, that's all in the past now.
Hey, you there!
Return to class at once!
Fuck off.
Well,
Grown-ups.
see you later.
Get
then.
out of here.
I can't apologize enough for what I did to you. I swear I'll make it up to you someday. Looks like Kamoshida ain't the only one that had a change of heart. Man, I'm glad for you. Looks like those weird rumors are gonna go away.
My thing doesn't really matter. We made Kamoshida apologize about Shiho. That's more than enough for me.
You should hurry and tell her about it then.
Yeah.
I totally freaked out. He really did have a change of heart. And we were lucky his mind didn't get messed up either. This was an A+ job.
I would argue his mind did get pretty messed up, but that was his own fault.
Does this mean that they won't have a mental shutdown even if their palace disappears? I see. So we need to persuade the shadow without killing it, and then send it back to its real self. Our targets won't undergo a cognitive collapse if we do that.
So we can get him to confess with no bad stuff?
I mean, he did say he was going to commit suicide, so I would argue that no bad stuff maybe isn't the way to put that.
Hey, that works for me.
Do you have to be so loud?
Don't worry about it. So, how'd it go? With Shiho, I mean.
She's regained consciousness.
Oh, good.
For real?
It was only for a little bit, but I got to talk to her. I was able to tell her that Kamoshida admitted to what he did. Shiho, she told me she was sorry. Looks like she found out that I was flirting with Kamoshida for her sake. And here I was, wanting to apologize to her.
Kamoshida's at fault for all this.
I know. Shiho's mom is thinking of transferring her to another school after she recovers.
Yeah, that's understandable. There's gonna be a lot of social drama.
The whole sexual harassment and attempted suicide, people will label her after that.
Yeah.
Sounded like Shiho had the same idea too.
It's gonna get lonely.
But I think it's for the best. I'm sure it'll be hard if she stays here.
She's alive. You can see her anytime.
I need to change too.
I love On's boots.
That aside, I was surprised you could hold yourself back against Kamoshida's shadow.
It's like a little chunky heel, but not like too crazy.
It wasn't like that. I just wanted Kamoshida to apologize himself.
You're so kind, Lady An.
No matter how much of a shitbag he was, finishing him off would have left a bad aftertaste, huh?
Huh? That's not it. I think revenge is better served if I make him repent.
Yeah, it's... Listen, it's not that killing him wouldn't have felt very, very good. It's just that you don't get justice for that.
Realizing what he's done, he'll grovel for forgiveness the rest of his life, you know? I just believe there are fates worse than death.
We are on the same page, On.
Holy shit. Anyways, that's all settled. But, you know, there was one more thing I was wondering about that castle. Why was Kamoshida the only one who had that metaverse thing?
It isn't necessarily limited to him. It's something anyone could have if their heart became warped from their desires.
Anyone.
Wanna check it out?
Not right now. We better lay low for a while. People are still gonna be talking about Kamoshida. Then again, it's totally impossible for someone to find out what we did at his palace.
Yeah, about that, weird rumors about you guys are already going around.
God damn it.
Stuff like you got together and threatened Kamoshida with something close to physical violence.
The hell?
People aren't going to easily believe that phantom thieves really exist. Calling cards being treated like it was a prank by someone who knew what Kamoshida was doing.
Makes sense. We're the ones who did it, and I still don't completely believe it myself.
Let's wait for things to settle down for the time being.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, let's check how much this metal can be sold for. It'd be better if we pawned it off ASAP.
It's only gonna depreciate once he gets arrested.
Ooh, got a hit! Wait, 30,000 yen? That's all a gold medal's worth?
Remember that time in middle school? I lent you some money.
There's no way I borrowed 30,000 yen from you.
Wouldn't it be around that much with compounded interest?
Interest my ass?
I'm not saying that I'm taking all of it. I mean, it's your fault for not paying me back all these years. It's just common sense.
Ah, damn it.
I agree on laying low and keeping an eye on the situation. However, you dragged me into this. It would be nonsense not to celebrate a successful mission.
Oh, are we gonna go out and get like hot pot or something?
I guess we could blow this dirty money on something fun.
Discussions among phantom thieves are to take place over luxurious food. How about it?
Fuck yeah.
Hey, wait! Nah, I guess it's fine. There's somewhere I want to go then.
Where's that?
It's a place Shiho and I have been wanting to go for a while.
I owe money, so I can't complain. You good with that?
Fine by me. I want ramen. We should save the money. Yeah, no, fine by me. Let's do something
I'll
nice.
leave it to your discretion as well, Lady On.
I'll call and check the prices later then.
When should we go? Want to do it soon, like tomorrow?
Why don't we go on the last day of the holidays? It'll help energize us when school life starts up again the day after.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Then, the 5th, on Children's Day.
So, who's going to sell this?
Leave that to us. We know a store that'll buy anything, don't we?
Okay, I'll leave that to you guys.
Evening.
Ah, you're back.
Little text message. Is that gold medal real? When did it get inside his palace?
No, that one is a fake. It's just a byproduct of his cognition. The real medal should still be in his possession.
Kamoshida has the real one. What? You're telling me Kamoshida's still got the medal? Who cares? What matters is that we changed his heart. And anyway, if we'd taken the real thing, that'd be stealing. I don't think he'll be proud of that medal anymore regardless. You'll get let go of stuff pretty easy, huh? Want to forget about my debt? That's different. 500 yen is a lot of money for a middle schooler, you know. Excuse me. Do you even still have that dolphin anyway? Dolphin? Stop digging that up. Back in middle school, we went on a field trip to the aquarium. But Ryuji had to spend all his money on a souvenir, so I lent him some for the train fare. He said I was sorry. It's for my mom. Well, I guess we can call it even after all we've been through. Thank you. Anyways, we don't gotta worry about selling that medal off if it's fake. End of story.
Kamoshida will never be proud of that once-in-a-lifetime gold medal ever again. Depending on how you look at it, that punishment might be even worse than death for him.
Starting tomorrow, you'll have a lot of time off, huh? Must be nice. For me, it just means more customers and even more work.
Yo,
Another box came for you. Yeah, let's get our prots.
Oh!
Let's see. Crossword.
Hey, hey!
It's crossword time. Time for a trip. Something weak. This is Goose. Starts with G. Let's see if filling in these other ones helps. 1 of 24. Hour. Because this will tell me what letters I still have to use. A hen's pride is egg. Hinged barrier is a gate. Time for a trip. Blank week. Starting with G? I'm using 5 of these, so there's 2 that I don't use. Huh. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Huh. Cool. It's not GL, is it? Glend, Glond, Glend, Glund, Glyn, Glyn, Glun. No, I don't think it's a L. Golden Week? I've never heard of Golden Week, but that's the only, like, real world, real word I can fit in here. It's Golden Week! Golden Week is a holiday that typically spans the end of April to the beginning of May and includes Saturday and Sunday. Okay, I didn't know that. The golden part of the phrase comes from the Japanese broadcasting term golden time, which refers to the most desirable time slot of the day.
Alright. I see. Nice.
Alright, I'll take it. I'll take a free smarty point. And then I think I want to work on my kindness. Because I haven't put any points in kindness yet. And he gets us some Sojiro points.
That should do it for now. Hey! Okay.
Come on, we're gonna pawn that medal today. Hey, you can hear me, right? You don't have plans, do you? Come help me out instead of sleeping your life away. We do owe it to him. We'll just have to wait. Hurry down and help him out.
Sorry I kind of pressured you into doing this.
And now to our next topic, Fall from Grace, the story of a dishonored Olympic medalist. Just recently, a high school coach confessed at an assembly that he had been repeatedly abusing students. Given his prior Olympic achievements, this has caused quite a stir. What caused this habitual offender to suddenly confess these heinous crimes to his entire school? The police are hoping that the upcoming interrogations will bring light to this question.
Isn't this...
Yeah.
My friends would come back from practice with bruises all the time. It was scary, but but I'm relieved that the abuse is finally going to end now.
He would touch me and stuff all the time. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that sexual harassment anymore. There were always rumors, sure. Not many people believed them, though. Like, I'm totally shocked they were actually true. At least now I can go to school without worrying.
I knew it. This is your school, isn't it?
Yep. Seems like it.
Things might be getting turbulent at school, but you need to just keep your head down, all right?
That's the plan.
More importantly, keep those hands moving. I've got some more stuff I need you to do.
Man.
Chief really worked us hard. Did you see? It was on the news. No way the school's gonna be able to play dumb after that. I saw it too. Shiho's name didn't come up, right? Not that I saw. I bet they wanted to keep that part quiet. I'm so glad. It's finally over then. All we gotta do is stuff our faces and put this Kamoshida crap behind us. I'm totally looking forward to this celebration party. I'll try not to let you guys down.
Yes.
Alright, we need to go sell the gold medal tomorrow. Even if the chief wants your help, make sure you turn him down, okay?
Okay.
We gotta take care of business tomorrow, like we told Lady An we would. Make sure you sell that medal. Let's just save real quick, because I haven't yet today. And then... can we do stuff? Or do we have to go right to bed? No, we can do stuff. In that case... let's... no, let's kindness. Let's kindness.
Well then.
Oh.
Nice. That should do it for now.
It's only one kindness, but I still get the up with Sojiro, which I appreciate. Because right now, Sojiro and Takemi are the two social links that I want to focus.
Make sure to do the dishes.
When I get back.
Just do it. Don't get cocky with me. Welcome.
Hello.
Am I interrupting something?
Not at all.
The cause of the runaway train incident in the subway the other day still has not been found. Police are hurrying to solve the matter as it may relate to the rise in psychotic breakdown incidents.
Oh, is that the thing everyone's been talking about?
Doesn't it make you curious? People who were living normal lives suddenly went mad or deranged out of the blue. Not to mention that it's happening one after another. Could they really be coincidental?
Leaving that aside, what do you have?
I'll have the house blend, please. Are you a part-timer? I'm surprised this place can afford one.
No, not exactly.
Are you a high school student? Where do you attend?
Jujin.
Oh, someone I know goes there as well. I've heard that things are rough right now. A teacher named Kamoshida confessed his crimes like he was a completely different person, supposedly. And it happened all of a sudden one day. Can a person's mental state change so easily?
Huh.
Is my drink ready yet?
Coming right up.
Aha! I get to leave.
Alright. Today's the day we turn in that medal for cash.
Little orange kitty.
You know someplace that'll buy it off you, right?
so we're going to the airsoft shop, I think? We'll buy garbage. The airsoft shop is on Central. It's on like an alley off of Central. Yeah, it's this way. Want you to buy this. The gold medal? Why do you have this? I don't buy any fake or stolen goods here, kid.
Hey.
Hold on a sec. Let me see it. Just... not gonna ask where you got this. How's 30,000 yen sound for it, though? Works for me. 30,000 it is, then. It's almost time. Here, take this with you. It's a thanks for selling me that medal. But, best not to open it. Just bring it with you next time you come back here. Got it? You bought the medal, no questions asked? I will hold on to this package, no questions asked. Glad you're so quick to understand. They're here. Muna, he said, Iwai, yes? There are some matters we'd like to discuss with you today. Go, kid. Do you know why we're here? I don't know. Looking for evidence? You tell me, Mr. Detective. Watch your attitude! Well, you guys gonna search me? Go on, do what you gotta do. What was that? An upstanding citizen's supposed to cooperate with the cops, right? Hey, you sure that lead was legitimate? I could have sworn it was. You two hurry it up. I got a business to run here. You bastard. Hey, you. What's in the bag, huh? Show me. The kid's just a regular old customer. You can check the tapes if that'll convince you. They'll show everything that's gone down here today. I don't want to be here when the detectives see the footage of me with that gold medal. I should leave. I won't let you get away that easy. Show us what's in the bag. It's none of your business. Do you have a warrant? Huh. I said, show it to me. Hey, you're talking to a kid, remember? Besides, she's not the one we're here to see. That's right, Mr. Detective. Maybe next time try not harassing my customers. See how that goes.
See ya.
Safe trip home, kid. I love him, too. I want to hang out with him, also. I don't know if he's a social like though.
What are those detectives doing there? More importantly, aren't you curious about what's in the bag?
He told us not to look.
There's no harm in a little peek. Come on, let's open it up.
There's a lot of harm in a little peek. If I know what's in here, then I might give it away.
A real gun? Wait, I think it's just a model. It's incredible, though. Miles ahead of the one Ryuji had. There's something weird about that place. Hey, I just had a great idea. We should totally buy this gun from him later. I mean, it's perfect. Something this real-looking would work wonders in the metaverse. Anyway, he told you to bring it back the next time you came, right? You should try striking a deal with him when we go to return it.
Mom's calling me.
Oh, hello, it's me. I saw the news. You know, about Kamoshida. It's getting a lot of coverage.
It's a little scary. Or how do you feel? How do you feel on?
I don't know. The reaction's been bigger than what I was expecting. I guess I'm just surprised.
I love her earring and whatever's going on her, like, shirt collar, like little red stripes. The outfit design in this game rules.
I don't think we did anything wrong, though. I wonder if we helped those people speak up about it.
I'm sure we did.
That's pretty amazing, huh? I didn't think we'd actually be able to do it. And yet, look at us now. This calls for a celebration. Let's meet in front of Shibuya Station at noon tomorrow. Don't be late.
Okay.
Oh, and did you pawn off that medal? You didn't forget, right?
I remember.
Good to hear. I already made reservations. You should be really excited about the place I chose, by the way. I'm sure everyone's gonna love it. Well, see you guys tomorrow.
Ah, a restaurant of Lady Ann's choosing. Finally, a decent meal.
Morgana, do you think they're gonna let you sit there at the table and eat off a plate? You are gonna get scraps of fish.
Hey, what do you think we're gonna be eating?
I said hot pot earlier, so I'm saying it might be Chinese.
In that case, there's all sorts of meats, fish, oh, and lots of desserts too. In any case, I'm surely looking forward to it.
Aw, it's a cute little laugh meow. We're finally having that celebration tomorrow. I can't wait. Okay, so we can do an evening thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, put some plant nutrients in there.
Oh.
What's that going towards? Oh, kindness. Nice. Let's.
Hey.
How do I do this swole?
Hey.
Okay, so it's just like books. I just don't have any DVDs, so I should buy some tomorrow. I forget how I work out.
Okay. What's up?
There was definitely a workout option.
I have something.
Wow.
Okay, I guess I'm... Oh, it's the chair, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
You want to do it? Yes.
I'm gonna take moist protein. I don't know how it's different from regular protein, but...
Okay.
Yeah, this is just a psychic workout, where I just get to float behind or under the bar.
Nice going.
Alright.
Okay, the protein does... The moist protein does 2. I think the regular protein does 1. So that'll help out when we get to our next palace.
So good.
No wonder Lady Ann chose this place.
Of course it's good. This is a famous hotel after all. Oh yeah, I heard that the police are coming to interview some people at school.
That's troublesome.
our names are gonna come up for sure. People are spreading all sorts of rumors about us and Kamoshida. But we got him pumped up. I keep hearing stuff like the Phantom Thieves really stole his heart. I think most people don't believe it, but some of them actually seem grateful. Look at
God,
this.
I just want those fluffy pancakes. And that pie.
The Phantom Aficionado website? Well done, Phantom Thieves. Now I can keep going too. Thank you for giving us hope.
Pretty cool, huh?
I was just desperate to deal with my own problems, but seeing people saying all this feels strange.
Yeah. Hey, what do we do now?
We good on time?
Huh? Oh crap, you're totally right! We only got an hour to eat!
Just 50 minutes left!
I'm not gonna finish all the beef dishes at this pace!
I need to eat my way through the entire dessert menu!
Look after our stuff. We'll snag something for you guys too, don't worry.
I am surprised they did just let me bring Morgana in here.
Oh man, God melts in my mouth.
Seriously? Only meat?
Now, where should I start?
And she's all about the cake.
So happy!
Hey, calories.
Shut up! How much do you think one of these costs? I'll never get the chance to do this again! The Wilton Hotel Cake Buffet! I'd heard rumors, but I never thought it'd be so amazing!
And where's our share?
I didn't really know what you'd want, so I just grabbed you some beans.
Fuck off, Ryuji.
Beans?
There were some pretty bizarre things there too, so we got you a variety of those. Fried bananas, preserved eggs, and some kind of beans.
Say fried bananas.
More beans? We put so much on the plate that it got all mixed up. But it should probably still taste good.
I don't know about that.
This is just plain grotesque.
I don't want a bean banana.
Let's go. These two just don't know what fine dining means. We'll show them.
Leave it to me.
That's reassuring. You guys watch our things while we're gone. Wait patiently for our return.
Oh, it's like a meaty explosion in my mouth.
Ryuji, you can't go around saying stuff like that.
Oh, this part's cream cheese!
They're not even listening. As I'd expect from the buffet at a top-class hotel. The ingredients and variety of dishes are crazy good. There's a reason it costs 8,000 yen. They have a lot here, but fish should come first. Let's fill our plate with all sorts of fish. Which table do you think they're at?
Meat, we got rice, fish, giant dessert. Oh my goodness. I want to look at, I know Morgana wants the fish, but I want to look at the meat. Okay, fine. Oh, there's salad here too. Okay.
Ooh, look! There's the fish!
Yeah, the rice dishes are a trick. You go to a buffet, you never get the rice. You'll fill up too quick on it, you won't get everything else.
I'd prefer it raw, but grilled is great too.
Have you heard, my dear? The news about that Kamoshida fellow was absolutely dreadful.
I love this wealthy woman accent.
Oh, right. That teacher at Shujin Academy, caught doing such indecent acts. Shameful, really.
Hold on a sec.
And they still haven't managed to solve those horrible psychotic breakdown episodes, have they? Oh, I wish they wouldn't let themselves be distracted by such a tawdry scandal.
Perhaps it's a sign of how peaceful this country is. I honestly pity those poor Shujin students, though.
It sounds like the Kamoshida incident is the talk of the town. Shoot, they noticed you. Just grab some food and act natural. On the plus side, we'll get to eat the food later.
How did a child like this end up in here? I certainly hope he didn't bring friends. I prefer my meals to remain hooligan-free. Thank you very much.
You never had a meal with hooligans.
Come, let us go.
That's just awesome.
What's so bad about kids coming to enjoy a buffet? I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in. Maybe there are more people we can eavesdrop on at other tables.
Let's do some meat eavesdropping. There's the meat. Okay.
Meat! I'm no Ryuji, but a meal is just not the same if you don't have any. I got distracted.
When you really look at it, he's just an ex-athlete who overestimated himself. He should have just accepted his lot in life and quietly done his job as a teacher.
It's not even an incident we can take seriously. The whole story is pretty ridiculous. We should probably look into it. But we can also just let the low-ranking scrubs handle it.
Look into? I guess they're investigating Kamoshida? They don't sound very enthusiastic about it, though. Yeah, grab some food! Get the part that's not too fatty.
He's gonna be arriving soon. We don't want to keep him waiting, so we better get going too.
What is he going to discuss with the higher-ups? Well, I'm sure it's more important than lunch.
So I love
Dressed quite well, but they still look
this
pretty
woman's
shady to me.
dress. The twin tails.
I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in.
I mean, I am biased when it comes to twin tails, but that dress is really cute.
Rice is incredible! It's the cornerstone of every great meal! Sorry, I got a bit carried away there.
So the ratings for the news were really that good? It was because it was about that teacher who sexually harassed his student, huh? Was it Kamoshida?
It's all about how you frame it. You've got to cater to the idiotic public. Ratings go up when you show them crude, sensational news and make it easy for them to understand.
I hate that he's not wrong.
How can he be so insensitive? A student almost killed herself because of that Kamoshida.
I mean, he's being an ass about it, but that isn't how news works.
By the way, do you think these sudden changes of heart might be real?
Well, that's...
Quick, grab some food! Oh, and don't forget the crispy bits.
So, because he had a sudden change of heart, he just confessed to all his crimes?
Who knows? Sorry, but it's time. I have to go. I'll call you again after the meeting.
A sudden change of heart, huh? I suppose I can't blame him for seeing it that way. I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in.
Alright, dessert time.
Oh, up close it looks even bigger and more delicious. This giant sweet... I got distracted.
News travels quick. It's already all over the internet. You know, the story about how Kamoshida got his ass kicked by some world-reforming heroes.
It doesn't sound like a serious story to me. Some of the details are pretty far-fetched.
I mean, she would know. She's a reliable woman.
Don't worry about it. We just have to do what they tell us to do. It's all rumors made up by school kids anyway. If it's gripping news, who cares if it's not true?
So they don't believe themselves. But they're making up stories to make the Phantom Thieves seem real. And they're doing this in front of the actual Phantom Thieves. Whoa, act fast and get some food! And make sure it's got a lot of whipped cream!
What's wrong?
Nothing. I thought some weird kid was looking at us, that's all.
Weird kid?
Why don't we go? It's almost time for the meeting.
Well, that was rude. Did you hear him? He said you were weird.
I did hear him, Morgana.
Don't think there's
That was
anyone else we
mean.
can listen in on. But it's shocking. So many of the adults here don't seem like nice people. Now, according to what we heard, it seems most adults aren't very interested in the news about Kamoshida. Well, now that we've got a nice variety of food on our plates, let's head back to the others.
You brought a ton back! What do you think about coming up against such ritzy food?
I was so happy.
It's cute hearing that from someone like you. Just don't get too excited, got it?
Oh, Ryuji, you think I'm cute?
You're the last person I want giving advice about that, Ryuji.
Don't you think you're eating too much, Mona?
There's no knowing when we'll get to come here again.
Sure, but you guys brought back loads of food. It'd be a shame to let it all go to waste. Why don't you help them out, Ryuji?
Oh, we should both help.
Oh, me? I'm way too stuffed. I couldn't possibly help.
Yeah, stuffing your face with cake. Whatever, let's deal with this ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, Ryuji, you're welcome to the bean pile. I'll be eating my plate, but if you want the bean pile... Feels like no matter how much we eat, the amount of food we have stays the same. It's almost like they didn't want to make assets for half-eaten food.
There's still more?
Don't give up. Let's keep at it.
We did it.
My belt feels multiple sizes too small.
Oh yeah.
This is a victory for all of us.
Is this a game to you?
Not exactly.
Good job, you guys. How about one last dish to cleanse your palates? I recommend the seasonal tart. The grapefruit has both alluring sweetness and a tangy sourness.
Stop. I don't want to hear about sour stuff. This isn't good. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I love Ryuji's voice actor. They committed so hard to this scene.
Me too. Please, carry me gently.
My, look at that table.
Come now, pay them no attention. I'm sure they must not normally have the chance to eat such exquisite food.
I can only imagine what their parents must be like.
What was that? We don't got time for that. Come on, let's go.
I'm stuffed.
I totally panicked when I saw the closed for cleaning sign at the bathrooms.
You were talking big about eating until you puked, but you really did puke. Are you some kind of moron?
Hey, same goes for you. What floor was that restaurant on?
We came up to get here, so it has to be on a lower floor, right?
I love the idea that they panicked and just hit an elevator button. Hello.
What the?
Hi, Howie Mandel.
There's still no update on the case.
Not yet. Excuse me, but why are you so involved? It's not something you should be concerned with.
It's fucking Skyrim Altmer sounding ass.
I don't care about your opinion, you incompetent buffoon. When I say pick up the pace, you do it.
Hey, you're cutting in line.
What do you want?
Apologize to Ryuji.
We're in a hurry.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
What?
Sir, we don't have time for this.
I know.
What the fuck, man? That voice just now. Oh, is that the fucking asshole that I punched that got me fucking in trouble?
Shouldn't we head
Got me on
back down?
probation?
Yeah, but that dick really pissed me off. He wasn't even hiding the fact that he looks down on everyone.
Don't lose your temper over this.
I just can't forgive shitty adults like that.
Voice. Yeah, it was the same guy. It sounded almost like the one from back then.
What's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded.
You not feeling good?
He almost never eats well after all. Plus, I'm always stuck eating canned cat food.
Yeah, that Sir bullshit makes me sick. Damn it!
What took you so long?
Why are you all pissy?
Sorry. I had a run-in with some woman a second ago. She bumped into me, but then said it was all my fault when she dropped her plate.
Sounds like a real bitch.
Yeah. Thanks, though. But the restaurant workers all looked at me with this disapproving expression.
Oh, that sucks. That they're like, oh, you're a ne'er-do-well in our space.
I wonder if we're out of place here.
It always feels like this.
Hey, Morgana.
What is it?
Anyone could have a palace, yeah?
Anyone with a strong, distorted desire.
Same for them having a change of heart if their treasure gets stolen?
That would be the case.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden?
We had trouble earlier, too. These selfish shitheads who just look down on everyone else. I was just wondering if we'd be able to change those kinds of people, too.
You mean, you want to continue as the Phantom Thieves?
I mean, we can't just stop.
I've been thinking. We put a lot of work into changing Kamoshida's heart, but nobody believes in the Phantom Thieves. Plus, those guys who had no other choice but to just deal with it are thanking us. Us, of all people.
There are lots of victims.
I agree. If we ignore people who are in trouble, I'd go back to being the same as I was before.
Well, that's true. You're under my tutelage. There's nothing we can't accomplish as Phantom Thieves.
Shouldn't we be able to help him out?
Didn't even think of such a possibility. But it's true that with this power, we may be able to help people.
But that means we'll have to fight shadows again, doesn't it?
Indeed. That can't be avoided.
This song, too.
I'm sure we'll manage. Right?
Want to help people.
Even if you guys are still just fledglings, this means we're an actual organization now.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, it just got so much better.
Fledglings? That's actually pretty fitting for us.
Alright, it's settled. We're gonna catch all these shitty adults by surprise and make ourselves known to the world.
Are you okay being our leader?
Okay. Why, though?
No objections here? I can't handle all that responsibility stuff.
Where's my say in this? But Lady An made the recommendation, so I'll allow it.
Well, should we decide on a name for our group? Yeah, I just went with Phantom Thieves of Hearts last time, but don't you think a real name would be cooler?
Ooh, I've got it. I want it to be something both cute and luxurious sounding. Let me see. How about the Diamonds?
I'm getting a real Little League Baseball feel from it.
Yeah, it does have that
Well
vibe.
then, here's my suggestion. How about Tilefish Poêlée?
Are you just hungry, Morgana?
Tile, what?
That's what I ate earlier. It's commemorative, no?
Oh no, you idiot! You decide for us.
Oh shit! I was not expecting this. Yeah, let's just stick with the Phantoms. I can't think of a
That's not bad at all.
good group name on the fly.
A good name. For a rookie.
We going with that?
That's okay. Phantom
Well,
Thieves,
now that the name's
assemble!
set, who's our next target?
There are tons of rotten adults and all.
What is this arm posture? what is this?
Why not just stick to targeting big names?
Like a CEO?
Yeah, something along those lines. If we go after some bigwig, it's gotta get on the news, right?
I guess it's elbow up on the top. To me, it looked like my arm was like around the shoulder of an invisible person, but it's just elbow resting.
Don't you think more people would believe in us if we did that?
That's not a bad idea. For you, Ryuji.
True. If we become better known, we might be able to give courage to a lot more people. I don't really like the idea of just picking someone out of the blue, though.
Let's narrow it down to someone we can all agree on then.
So we need a bigwig we decide on unanimously.
I like that unanimous decision part. It's like we're making some kind of pact.
Now then, this is the official formation of the Phantom Thieves organization.
Oh no! Our time for the buffet ran out.
I was not gonna eat anymore. There's like 30 plates on this table.
I guess we'll just have to talk more tomorrow.
Ooh, getting a flash forward. We'll talk to Sai in the future.
Another world in which people's distorted cognitions take shape? Stealing treasure to change hearts? And on top of that, a talking cat told you all this.
A talking cat? Believe what you will.
Honestly speaking, that all sounds absurd. It's hard to believe that this is even worth listening to. Still, it can't be considered nonsense when parts of it align with Kamoshida's confession. The same goes for the testimonies of the officers who arrested you. But so be it. At any rate, you mentioned something more important. These two other accomplices, besides this talking cat thing that appeared in your story. From what you've been telling me, they're students at the same school, aren't they?
I ain't saying shit.
Very well, I'll leave it at that. Let's continue on. The questioning's not over anyway. If you are making this up, the cracks in your story will prove it. The next to receive a calling card was this individual.
Who is that?
A master of Japanese arts, Ichiryusai Madarame. It's even more incomprehensible than Kamoshida as to why this man was targeted. Where did you come to know him? And how did you learn of his crimes when you weren't a victim of them? Start by telling me what you all schemed.
I do like the framing device of, like, this is your next target. Now let's figure out how we got there. Well, we spent all our money on the buffet, but we officially established the Phantom Thieves, so it was totally worth it. We didn't spend all of it. I got 6K left. The Phantom Thieves, huh? I'm liking the sound of that. I hope we can really help people. I'm curious about that Phantom Aficionado website, too. Wonder who made it. No clue. More importantly, you see the survey on there? I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, there was this approval rating thing, but it was only at like 6%. That's low. Yep. But don't you just want to get it higher than that? I bet it'll go up tons if we keep taking down big targets. It's pretty damn exciting if you try and think about it like that. You know, you're actually right. Well then, let's keep working hard and from this point on. The Thieves' Den. Okay, it's like a little bonus thing. Oh yeah, let me send the celebratory pic I took for today. Celebrating the founding of the Phantom Thieves, and celebrating us crashing that classy buffet. Aw, it's a cute little picture. You can cool it with all the celebrating anytime now. Wait, you took that while I was eating? Why didn't you tell me? I did. You just never stopped eating. Anyways, this is our start as the Phantom Thieves. We're gonna take the world by storm. All the shitty adults in the world better watch out for us. Hell yeah. Well, I wanted to get kindness up.
Hey.
So let's just do we'll do a little cleaning.
Well then.
Get a little bit of kindness, a little bit of Sojiro.
Sorry. That should do it for now.
Hell yeah, we're officially considerate.
All right.
Hey.
Oh, we're gonna get another Igor scene. What's up, my dude?
First off, I'd like to begin by congratulating you.
To think our master would give words of praise.
You better treasure this moment, inmate!
You have encountered allies who share your ideals, and you have found your place in reality. The time has come. Your rehabilitation will soon begin.
Do you explain what the fuck you mean by rehabilitation? Yeah, what rehabilitation?
I shall explain it to you now. You have a special potential. However, that must be refined into a useful power. It is weak now, but refining it shall grant you the strength to stand against the coming ruin. That is the rehabilitation cast upon you.
Coming ruin?
There are various means by which you may gain the power to resist the ruin. Fighting shadows and gaining experience is one way. The fusion process I taught you prior is another.
This is all possible because of our master's guidance, inmate.
Caroline, you can chill.
Though it may be presumptuous of us, we have words of wisdom as well.
When you're out in reality, you better hone your relationships with those you have contracts with.
Spending time with those people will lead to the cultivation of your relationships with them.
If you've got time to waste, you'd better visit your contractors, inmate.
That is another source of power to evade the ruin that our master has mentioned.
Thanks to the contracts you formed, your heart is steadily gaining the power of opposition. It seems the rehabilitation is going well. This is a truly joyous occasion. I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift. May the devotion to your rehabilitation grow even deeper.
What's this new ability?
I have high hopes for you.
Presumably our social link with him is gonna go up. Yeah, my bond with Igor is growing deeper. Il est mat. Oh, awesome! More persona slots. Confidant ability power stock increases the number of personas you can hold to 8.
The time has
Sick.
come. Return to your brief moments of rest.
And don't forget to go talk to your contractor's inmate.
Sometimes a person you meet in town can become your confidant. If your goals align, you may be able to form a contract with them. Yeah. Wish I had money. Kill for a real breakfast.
Have you heard?
What about Big Bang Burger? One on Central Street is holding a contest right now. The Big Bang Challenge or whatever? Go at night, you can eat for only 500 yen. Gotta eat one of their giant burgers though, right? How can anyone actually finish that? Still, 500 yen is a steal.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a new guts method.
Like you heard last week, gym class is canceled today. Instead, I'm supposed to give you some guidance. The gist is, don't go around talking about the incident. That's all. The police are still investigating Mr. Kamoshida, so I can't say anything myself. As a teacher, though, I'm ashamed for not having noticed that a student was suffering like that. I'm not defending him, but as a colleague, he just seemed like, well, a normal person. Honestly, it still doesn't feel real. I guess people can have multiple sides to them.
The teachers have it rough, huh?
Oh yeah, I just remembered something I learned about psychology. They say that humans have several different personalities hidden in their subconscious.
Different personalities?
Oh, to be clear, I'm not talking about multiple personality disorder. These different personalities can be a different gender or a different age from you. I mean, if you think about how gods and monsters and myths were first based on the human image. If you actually saw one of those personalities with your own eyes, it might look like a monster.
Where are you going with this, Kawakami?
You all seem more alert than usual. Did I finally talk about something that interests you? Well, I'm just saying what I've heard. It feels like I just now understood what I learned long ago.
Okay, I will take a free knowledge point.
It ain't much, but we've been getting more postings on the Phantom Aficionado website. I want to make my friend apologize for not returning the stuff I lent him. Deal with that yourself.
Hey, those girls.
You know that Phantom Thieves rumor about stealing Kamoshida's heart? I wonder if it's true.
It's gotta be made up. Do you seriously believe they exist? But look what happened to Kamoshida. He probably just couldn't keep hiding it after that girl tried to kill herself.
Yeah, you might be right. I guess there's no way they really exist.
Most importantly, it seriously sucks that our school is gonna be known for stuff like this.
I wonder if it'll affect our college entrance.
That's probably a normal reaction for now, but they'll see soon enough.
They'll see. They'll all see.
People will have to believe we exist.
So about those big shots, you don't have any leads yet, right? Plus, there's that rumor about you two threatening Kamoshida, too.
Looks like you'll just have to live a normal, honest school life for the time being. Still, make sure you stay prepared just in case anything comes up, alright?
I'll keep an eye out for info on any big shots that might be coming around.
And I'll try to dig up some dirt online.
We went and formed the Phantom Thieves group, but we can't even find a target.
There.
I mean, we, like, just finished Kamoshida, so I feel like we don't gotta jump right into another one.
I guess sometimes things just don't go the way we want them to.
Excuse me.
Hello. Oh, I've seen her in the library, I
Did
think.
you wish to see me, Principal Kobayakawa?
Yeah, because she's got a slightly different outfit.
You saw the state Kamoshida-kun was in, didn't you? It's as if his personality has completely changed. Something is definitely wrong here.
I'm not sure I follow.
From what I've heard, it appears as though some students were meddling in his business. If they did something to him, who could they be?
Are you saying that these students may have caused Mr. Kamoshida to change?
That is what I wish to know, even if it takes some probing into student matters. I would like you to look into this for me.
It is true that there are many rumors regarding Mr. Kamoshida, but... Do you mean all of this talk about those Phantom Thieves?
It is undeniable that Mr. Kamoshida has changed in some way. I'd like to have a grasp of the cause. This shall also ensure that I handle the mass media and police in the correct fashion.
Oh.
I will continue speaking to Mr. Kamoshida myself. Unless you find whomever did this, these irresponsible rumors will likely never die down. Don't you agree? You have been at the top of your class since day one. Your conduct is good, and teachers favor you.
Man, you can't just recruit a student narc.
I could write you a recommendation for any college of your choosing, Makoto Nijima.
Oh, wait. Nijima. Isn't that Sai's family name? Isn't it Sai Nijima?
Thank you.
Your lineage must certainly play a part in this excellence. Your sister is still young.
Yep.
Yet she holds an admirable position at the public prosecutor's office, no? If something disappointing were to happen here, that wouldn't reflect very well on your sister.
Dude, you can't just blackmail a student to turn them into your personal narc. Come on, man. Why isn't he my next target?
Do you understand?
Yes.
How wise. It's no wonder you're our student council president. I'd appreciate if you'd look into this as soon as possible. I ask that you begin at once.
Yes. If you'll excuse me then.
It's me, sir. My apologies for troubling you at such a busy time. Yes, it's about the matter we discussed earlier. I have all bases covered. The investigation will begin immediately.
What are you up to?
Of course. Yes, I will get results. I should be able to update you soon. Well then, I must be going. Thank you very much for your time.
These are really here. Saw them at the entrance. I saw them too. They were talking to the teachers. That change of heart thing's seriously amazing, huh? I hope they don't find out we're responsible. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. There's no proof it was us. We don't need to worry. Cops are dumb. You sound sure of yourself. But I mean, haven't rumors been going around about how you guys threatened Kamoshida? This world's Kamoshida shouldn't know anything about what actually happened to him, though. Still, we did what was right. Don't go freaking out over some label. I guess that's true. Man, I really can't wait to keep living this double life. Alright, Nona, we're gonna be counting on you.
Hey, are you listening?
You, pay attention. Is that how you listen when someone's talking to you? I feel murderous. Oh, is he gonna throw chalk at me again? Ha! Get wrecked. That was an epic dodge. Can't believe she dodged Ushimaru's throat. Is she a ninja? Well, whatever. Moving on. Oh, I got some charm. Got a little bit of charm. Now I'm head turning. Ooh.
Alright.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Mishima.
have you seen that Phantom Aficionado website?
I've heard of it, yeah.
I'm the one who started it.
Aha!
You guys are the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
Don't tell anyone! What?
Sorry. Although, if things really are as I think, I should keep it a secret. Kamoshida used me, and I did some horrible things to you guys. This isn't much of a way for me to apologize for it. But if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
That's great, but...
I'm glad to hear that.
It's not just Kamoshida. There are tons of evil adults out there.
But I'm sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. They can't let this end after just one target. That's why I wanted to make a forum where people could post their problems. There are probably a lot of people who have high hopes for the Phantom Thieves' next move. So, I've also implemented an anonymous poll on the site. Do you believe in the Phantom Thieves or not?
I want to work on this forum so eventually it'll be packed with tons of supportive posts.
I'd really like to help out in the Phantom Thieves' acts of justice. Can I, please?
Sounds like fun. Mishima.
I'll live up to your expectations. I promise.
Sets abundantly high expectations for Mishima. Ooh, social link? You must have had someone making Reddit posts about you.
Besides the public's reaction to your group, there were others who supported you. Someone who enthusiastically cheered the Phantom Thieves on. Perhaps they were quite close. What do you have to say to that?
Hell yeah.
I am thou. Thou art
Real question is, what arcana is this next one?
acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the moon persona,
Oh, moon
I
persona.
have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
I didn't have a guess, but it wouldn't have been moon. La Lune. Allows backup members to earn XP. Okay, so when we get more folks, people will level even if they're not active.
See you. We heard all that. Jeez, it was a little awkward trying to figure out when to walk over here.
So that forum is Mishima-kun's.
Has he figured out our identities?
Even so, I think it'll be fine. He seemed to be playing it cool.
I guess we should have a little chat about this later.
I will say, though, a forum where people can post problems may prove unexpectedly useful.
Anyways, we gotta get looking for a new target.
And we need to stay sharp until we manage to find one. Once we do, we'll have to head into another palace. So we should prep our equipment and...
Wait! Oh, crap!
What's with you?
Don't we have an exam coming up?
Oh shit, I forgot about school.
Judging by that reaction, I'd assume you're going to struggle this time, too.
It's not like you're any better. All you're good at is English.
Well, at least I'm learned.
I'd rather that than be bad at every subject.
Even your Japanese is questionable at best, Ryuji.
Burn.
What's questionable is whether you're really even a human. Good comeback, huh?
Thank you for the follow, Teddy Dark Bear.
Thank you for the follow, Teddy Dark Bear. I appreciate it.
Bring it.
Also, Morgana, you don't have fists.
Will you two stop it?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate the support. Let's not draw any attention to ourselves until we find our next target. Don't forget to study, though. I'm not getting blamed if your grades start dropping. Various things to do around the city before your next target. Try listening to rumors and visiting different locations. You can also deepen relationships with your confidants. This is my first Persona game, aside from trying and failing to play emulated Persona 3 Portable. So this is my quintessential Persona experience. Let's see, we got some IMs, but I think I want to hang out with An. I've made some enhancements to the medicine from the other day. I think it's ready. You want to come over to test it out? I didn't put anything dangerous in it, so you should be okay. Oh, I want to hang out with Takemi. Ryuji wants to hang out. So we could hang out with An and bump her to level 2. Well, thank you for following my socials. I want to hang out with An, so what I can do is I can probably hang out with An after school, and then I'll hang out with Takemi in the evening. Because I'm allowed to, in the evening, hang around, Yonganjaya. So let's hang out with An. Oh yes, and of course I have the Sakimi-sama, so...
Thanks!
Alright, let's go to the diner. Well, I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Ah, shit! I was supposed to return my library book! I still haven't done that! Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about, Nona. It's Shiho. Well, I went to visit her in the hospital. She said she was sorry. Sorry for not telling me about Kamoshida, about all the things he was doing to her. But it was my fault, too. I didn't realize how much trouble she was in. I wasn't there for her. So, I apologized as well. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I finally got to tell her everything I couldn't bring myself to say before.
Hey.
And, remember how Kamoshida threatened to take Shiho off the team if I didn't sleep with him? I had only agreed to it so that I wouldn't ruin Shiho's dreams. But now that I think about it, he never would have put her on the bench and cost his team games. I seriously should have dared him to try and take her starting spot. But, in the end, maybe I just didn't believe in her ability. Kamoshida had the upper hand.
But...
That might have been true. But honestly, I think it was all because of how weak I am. That's why I believed Kamoshida's authority outweighed Shiho's own ability to earn her starting spot. Nona, do you remember the last time I talked to you like this? When I got that phone call from Kamoshida? I cried. Felt so alone. Scared even. But because you were there for me, I decided not to go. I was a little surprised at how pushy you were about it, but I see now you just wanted to help.
Thanks.
I couldn't just ignore you. You're so kind, Nona. Man, I'm getting so many music notes. Back then, people used to call me all sorts of names. There's he bitch, Kamoshida's girl. I got tired of it pretty quickly. But to tell you the truth, someday I want to be able to take labels like that in stride.
Hey!
Personas are the power of the heart, right? That means if my heart gets stronger, my persona will too. So, I want to strengthen my heart. And I want to use that strength to help the people around me. I hope we can save people from trouble, just like we did when we changed Kamoshida's heart. No, honestly, I don't even know what strong is. But I'm gonna find the answer, I promise. Let's find it together. Huh? Really?
Thanks!
I feel like I'm a little stronger already. I guess that doesn't really count though, huh? Well, I'll be relying on you. Let's train together and make our hearts super strong. Sense a heightened motivation from On. L'amoureux. Girl talk. If negotiation with a female shadow fails, you can try again. Oh, that's nice. That's a good little buff skill. Strong heart.
Oh yeah.
How about this? I won't get any refills on fountain drinks. Sure, On, if that's what that means to you. I mean, they're free, so not getting any would mean you have a strong heart. Is that not right?
Bye.
Well, see you later. Oh hey, it's me. Thanks for listening to what I had to say earlier. Now I feel like I have a better idea of who I want to be. Also, I'm going to think of how I can strengthen my heart. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. I hope you'll join me again next time. Of course, you're my teammate. Thanks. You're such a nice guy. Oh, how about you help me come up with ways to train my heart? Just let me know when a really good idea hits you, okay? Bye! I like On. She's cool. She's getting a lot of shit from other people, but...
That's the key to this place.
Ooh! Getting key holder privileges.
You get to lock up from now on. I can't keep waiting for you to come home. Don't start any fires, okay?
I won't promise that. Oh, I can leave young Ajaya now. Do you want to go out now that we're allowed? Oh, and come to think of it, shouldn't we stop by the airsoft shop and ask about that paper bag?
Hey, hey!
Oh, right. I've been carrying around that sooty armor. Why don't you wash that over at the laundromat? That's a lot of stuff. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hang out with Takemi first.
Now listen up.
God, this song rips. Where is... Takemi is left here. Oh, she doesn't have a hangout. Maybe she has more stock.
To the exam room. Well, which do you want?
God, that animation. Yeah, okay. Takamedic all
There's a lot of pollen in the air right
V.
now, mainly from Japanese cedar and cypress trees. Mixing allergy and cold medicines can be dangerous, so be careful.
Okay, that's a fact I didn't know. 100 HP to all allies, 50 HP. I mean, let's get a couple of these.
Here you go.
For just in case.
Take care.
And then what we'll do is we can leave Yongan Jaya now, so let's go to Shibuya to the airsoft shop. Hey, you came at just the right time. Slight change of plans. That paper bag from the other day? All yours. You picked it up somewhere. Nothing to do with me. Understand? I didn't see it. I didn't touch it. I don't know about it. Clear? Riot Police E. That's it. And go home. And go window shop somewhere else.
Hey.
I need dauntless guts to ask him.
Come on.
You looking to buy or not?
Come again.
Alright, so we need Guts Up. And Guts Up also seems to be advancing to Kemi. So I think that's a good idea. Yeah, and there's a card there, so maybe once we get Dauntless Guts, we can add him as a confidant. There's the arcade, which we so far haven't been able to do anything in. Like, there just isn't anything. Let me leave. There we go. So let's just do Big Bang Burger and try and get our... Succeed, you need knowledge, proficiency, and guts. Prevail and you will receive a prize and an increase in a stat other than guts. Win or lose, your guts will always increase. I'm actually...
You want to do it?
Before I do that, I'm gonna take the challenge tonight. That's gonna be my action. But I'm gonna go to the DVD rental place. That's the convenience store? Yes. There's the DVD rental place. Discount store. So what's this ring? Street vendor.
What do you want?
Okay. So that's cool. That's another place to look. Get the gym. But that's membership. Here it is. There's the little DVD icon. Because I have a DVD player, so I may as well rent some stuff.
Yep.
Annual membership is 4,800 yen.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's just like the library. So let's pay that 4,800.
Hey, hey.
Welcome.
Bubbly Hills 90210. So charm, kindness, proficiency, Guy McVer, the X folders, and guts. Okay, so we could get guts. Could get X folders gives us guts, or we could get proficiency, which we need to accomplish the Big Bang Burger. So let's get the proficiency. And now we'll go and Big Bang this burger. Yeah, I will gladly pay 500 yen to eat an enormous hamburger. It's like $5. Like, that's a crazy deal. This is your first time, yes? Your starting rank will be 3rd mate. Thus your aim will be the Comet Burger.
For real?
Yeah, like, what the $5 for a hamburger the size of a pizza? It's insane. This is a lot bigger than I was expecting. This burger is as voluminous as a soaring comet burning in the sky. It will not be overcome easily. But should you conquer this challenge, you will be rewarded with an extravagant prize. Ooh, a prize would be great. Good luck, Nona.
Now then.
Well then, it's time to get the 30-minute Big Bang Challenge started. Ready? Go! Yeah. There's a whole head of lettuce in here. The burger's already cold. I don't think you have the luxury of enjoying the taste. Don't chew, just swallow. Oh, that's a great way to die. Also that, like, intense music. Didn't work out. You had a ton of energy at the start, though. I can't believe I managed to finish half of that in 30 minutes. More than half, actually. Guess it'll take quite a bit more courage to tackle this challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think my proficiency is the lowest of the stats I need, because you need, what, knowledge, guts, and proficiency?
Wanna head back? Hey!
Move a little to the right. I can't see the screen. Now for today's train news. Today's headlines are... Volleyball beating investigation. The school claims to have left teaching methods up to its staff. It has denied once again that it had any knowledge of the beatings. Pollen warning as of next week. Greater volume and arriving later than in previous years. Hotspots of Tokyo. Experience art in Shibuya. The Madarame exhibit opens next week. There we go, that's how we get our guy. People are really talking about the Kamoshida incident. No one in this car knows that we're the ones who did it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you've got exams starting on Wednesday. Don't tell me you forgot.
Open your textbooks.
Anyway, today we'll be talking about the tale of the bamboo cutter. Most theorize it's the oldest story in Japan. For some, it's the oldest science fiction story in the world. But if you ask me, it's the oldest story in Japan about a terrible woman. I mean, Princess Kaguya gives her suitors absurd tasks, demands fancy gifts, then runs off to the moon. Some men lose their fortunes, some are humiliated, and some even get serious wounds or go blind. Women like Princess Kaguya actually show up in a lot of stories from around the world. Now then, Rosan.
Do you know the answer?
You've probably heard that a woman who uses her wiles to lead people to their doom is a femme fatale. So what is the literal translation of the phrase femme fatale? Fatal woman.
Exactly.
That is correct. The answer is fatal woman. In French, of course. Some famous examples are the witch Morgan Le Fay from Arthurian legend, and Queen Salome from the Bible. Not to mention the wild, seductive dancer of opera, Carmen. Well, she actually knew that? Maybe I should ask if I could borrow her notes.
Nice going.
Give me some knowledge. Let me just warn you that exams aren't so easy that you can pass them with a single night of cramming. Take your time and make sure you understand the material, okay? You heard her. Must be rough being a student. Well, you have nothing to lose from studying. Give it all you've got.
None of these places are any good. Everyone's just bitching about their parents or their boyfriends.
The stats! The stats!
There ain't even a hint of a hint about a new palace.
We can't get everything online. Finding a post with a name and location is asking a lot.
Guess we just gotta find one ourselves then.
Are you seriously suggesting we look for a target that even the police have overlooked?
Yeah, you're right. We should probably just hold off till exams are done with, huh? We can wait and see for a little longer, then worry about coming up empty-handed if it happens.
Oh.
This place is off limits, you know.
Hi, Narc.
We'll get out of here once we're done chatting. Anyways, what's Miss Council President want with us?
The troublemaker, the center of gossip, and the infamous transfer student. Interesting combination.
Great way to start a conversation.
By the way, it seems as though you got to know Mr. Kamoshida pretty well.
Not really.
Yeah, you know, he's only been here a month or so.
I heard Mr. Kamoshida used a volleyball team member to spread details of your past record. Don't you hate him? Mr. Kamoshida, I mean.
What's all this about? My friend here's an upstanding guy.
I don't mean to offend. Many students have been shaken up by what happened with Mr. Kamoshida. The rumors about that odd calling card-esque posting aren't going away either.
I didn't expect someone like you would care about that tactless stuff, Nijima-senpai.
I don't know that it was tactless. Anyways, we done
Hey,
here?
you shut up.
We can't leave if you keep talking to us.
At least try to understand my position. Being forced to deal with this horseplay.
Horseplay?
Ah yes, by the way. It's been decided that this place will be closed off due to the incident. I heard some people are coming up here without permission, after all. I'm sorry to have interrupted you.
Man, fucking wrecking our hideout.
What was that about?
She's onto us. That girl seems rather sharp. We should be cautious of her.
She really pisses me off.
Careful. Gotta walk a real thin tightrope.
Pain in the ass.
That reminds me. Study hard. Especially you, Ryuji. There are bound to be traps that will need to be solved with brains. Keep in mind that everything you do in your daily lives has an impact on your abilities.
True. Studying won't be so bad if we just think of it as helping us prepare to be phantom thieves.
I guess you got a point. But man, it's just so lame. I was all fired up about helping people, not about studying.
Well, I do have somewhere interesting to show you beforehand. You guys did originally promise to help me out with my mission after all.
Huh? Mission?
Follow me.
What are you bringing us here for?
Just do as I told you.
Alright, I've got the Phantom Aficionado website up. Now what?
Look for a post with a full name in it.
I already said there's no info on any big shots, don't you remember? But man, people actually go put someone's real name on here. That's some scary shit.
Yeah, no, that is.
Won't listen to what I say. No, wait. There's no name on this one.
Someone's bad-mouthing me in online chat rooms. This one's got a name.
Ignore those. Aren't there any posts about more serious trouble?
I don't know what to do about my ex who's stalking me. His name is Natsuhiko Nakanohara. It says he's a teller at City Hall.
A government worker stalking someone?
That should be a suitable target. Alright, now get the meta-nav ready.
We're just gonna jump right into a palace? Fine by me.
Hey! What happened to all that talk of unanimous decision? What do you think we should do?
Yeah, let's go. This guy's an asshole.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay then, let's go.
We need a name and a place, right? So the name is...
Actually, we don't need a location this time. Just enter exactly what I say. The key word is... mementos.
The fresh maker.
Huh? What are you trying to pull?
Just listen to me. It should work.
Ah, jeez. that again? Mementos, was it?
Candidate found.
We got a hit?
Just as I thought.
Okay, but this isn't our next big name target, because we know that's the art guy.
Everyone disappeared. It kind of feels like I'm walking on air.
Is this that Nakanohara guy's palace?
That's half right, but half wrong. This is a type of palace, but it's different from the normal ones. Come on, let's head down. The shadows here lurk underground. I don't quite understand why. It may be because they're drawn to something.
Underground? How are we going to get there?
How? You use it every day on your way to school. Follow me.
Wait up, Cat! The hell is this place? Wait, are clothes changed?
The shadows know we're here?
Since the moment we stepped in.
You should have told us!
We're still safe right here. I've come to investigate a number of times. Shadows never come up to this floor. But it's a different story once you go down. This place is simply teeming with them.
Okay, so is this like a way to train in between, like, main story dungeons?
More importantly, what is this Mementos? It's about time you start explaining.
Mementos is everyone's palace.
Huh? What do you mean, everyone's?
A palace as grand as the previous castle only forms when a person's wishes are extremely distorted. So instead of many individual palaces, the general public has one gigantic shared palace. That's where we are now. Mementos.
Now that you mention it, this place feels a bit different from Kamoshida's palace.
When you say shared, you mean they're all put together? Even though they're just strangers?
Collective unconscious stuff?
Think of it as the collective unconscious.
Yeah,
No, never mind.
there we go.
You wouldn't understand that.
So what you're saying is, using this place, we can even change the hearts of people who don't have a palace?
Correct. The steps to do so are slightly different, though.
But this place looks pretty huge. Are we gonna be able to get around just by walking?
It seems the time has finally come. Morgana! Transform!
Cat bus? Cat bus!
Come now, Panther. Ladies first.
A car?
No way!
This comes from the way cognition materializes in the metaverse, plus a bit of extra training. It's not dissimilar to how you guys transform.
You turn it into a car is totally different than our clothes changing.
For some reason, cats turning into buses is an extremely widespread cognition among the general public.
It's literally cat bus.
Why a bus, though?
No idea.
Wait, why didn't you do this at the castle?
I would have if I could. But that castle was cramped. There were tons of stairs, and no way this fits on top of a chandelier.
Hey, Skull! Ladies first! Hey, stop pulling me! No, that's dangerous!
Panther, please be gentle!
God.
All aboard! Let's go!
This is a video game. It sure is a video
Why are
game.
you all just sitting back there? I'm a car, remember? I'm not going anywhere unless someone drives me.
Okay, so cats turning into buses is fine, but a self-powered vehicle is insane.
You can't drive yourself?
Do you know how to drive?
Time to bust my moves.
beautiful face. You hear me? All right then, we'll leave the driving to you.
Now start the engine. You can't drive if it's not running.
Jeez, what a pain. Where's the key to this thing?
Why would you need a key? There's a switch just down next to the steering wheel. That tickles. Lower, lower. Oh, there. That feels so good.
I don't like how you're portraying this, Morgana.
Is that Burin I hear? Oh, what a creepy-ass car.
Don't underestimate my meowdery engine.
Oh, that one was a stretch.
We're going full throttle. It's time to fly!
Path of Gimranut.
Whoa.
Man, this place totally does feel like a palace. Yeah, I guess it'd be strange driving on the tracks like this in the real world. Anyway, Nakanohara's somewhere in here, right? Most likely in a segment of his own creation. Don't worry, it won't be the size of a palace. Our next step is to find an entrance to that segment.
And again.
And what's this entrance gonna look like? I have no idea, but strong distortion should be a pretty obvious visual clue. So we just gotta go wandering around for it then? A goddamn pain in the ass. Oh my goodness, they really did just put driving in this game.
We've been spotted. Shut him up, Joker.
Oh, I'm just getting stuff. Okay. Ah, shoot. Gonna try not to get ambushed.
These three are weak, so be careful. The enemy still got the advantage. Persona. You've got.
You're mine.
Oh, that was not the one weak to gun. Alright.
Yes, I'm the best.
There we go.
That was just a taste of my power.
Oh, you don't have any gun anymore, that's right. Just attack.
Nice work, team.
Okay. We beat him. All right, let's get going.
Here, let me... I can't save because there's no safe room. So that's down.
Joker.
Okay, so they're on this level. Cool. Is this also...
Joker, a treasure
Oh, a treasure chest. More city armor.
We don't have a choice. Let's get him.
There we go.
Four bows. Don't lose here.
Viscid rotting meat. How awful.
Let's go.
Well, let's see what they're weak to. We'll try Bufu. Okay, they're weak to wind. I'll try and get one of these guys.
It's almost scary how good I am. It's almost scary how good I am.
Your power.
Just look at it. Try calming its nerves.
Me not can see your true intentions because mask cover face. How to negotiate. Humans take joy in raising descendants. What if you could go to the place where you could die at any moment? I've thought about it. Meow slime.
That's a new one, isn't it?
All right.
Okay, so where is... This is all dead end. So I want to go down, I guess. Oh, I don't like that.
Knock him out, Joker!
Ah, get dodged. Oh, there's a little exclamation point.
They saw us? Seriously? Well, let's erase them.
The big room. Is there a treasure chest in here? It's just a fun place to turn around in a circle and lose them.
Whoa!
Dude, the hell is this? It's all wavy and shit. This is the place. Sense the target up ahead. Now, are you ready, Joker? Let's do it. Hey, something's there. That seems to be Nakanohara's shadow. Let me see. Some front desk guy at City Hall became a stalker, right? I don't know how much evil he's done, but we have to do something if he's bothering other people. Alright, we'll go talk to him. Okay, and I can't save here either.
Who are you?
Are you that stalker? Haven't you ever stopped to consider how your ex feels?
She's my property. I can do whatever I want with her.
God.
It's not like she didn't treat me like a plaything. What's wrong with me doing the same?
You can't treat someone like shit just because they did it to you. What a load of crap. We're gonna change the hearts of all the bastards like you.
There are millions of people far worse than me. What about Madarame? He stole everything from me, but you're letting him off the hook?
Madarame? What the hell's this guy going on about?
Get ready. Here he comes.
Oh, I know this guy. Now that I finally have what's rightfully mine, I'm not gonna let you just take it away. Look, this is a winner-takes-all world. Come fight me and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so let me just... analyze... Okay. Weak to electricity, so you will just gun. What does slime have? Evil touch. High chance of fear. That could be good. Let's do that.
Slime.
Slime. Get feared.
Nice going, Skull.
You can just gun. Attack. Attack. Woof. Zio. And just attack. Oh, there we go. Let's get ready to level 11. new skill on Captain Kid. Media. Diorama. Or no, sorry, Tarinda. Everybody's getting skills.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I couldn't stop obsessing. Not after this person I trusted used me and then disposed of me.
Which person?
Hold on. Are you talking about that guy you mentioned earlier? Madarame?
I was afraid of being thrown away again, like some worthless thing.
So some selfish bastard was making you suffer too. Still, you shouldn't have dragged an unrelated woman into your mess.
Yes, I know that now. I'll put an end to my love for her. Hey, you can change people's hearts, right? In that case, won't you change Madarame's heart before more people fall victim to him?
Change Madarame's heart?
Hmm? What's that shining thing?
It's the bud of a treasure. Had we left it be, it very well may have blossomed into a palace. Joker, this will make a perfect reward.
Attachment Pearl. One step at a time.
So Nakanohara had a change of heart, right?
God, that pronunciation's awful.
Most likely.
But how are we supposed to know if we succeeded?
Well, the lady posted the dude's name online. If he really does change, she'll probably comment again.
You do have a point.
Either way, training against shadows down here is the best. It's great prep for our next target.
It's also nice to be able to give courage to the people who post their problems online.
On top of that, we can sell whatever treasure we get for some cold hard cash.
Yeah, I still have to sell all my crap from Kamoshida's palace.
Alright, we did it!
Oh, I forgot to equip my new
Hold
gun.
on. There's somewhere I want to show you guys before we leave.
What, there's more?
Don't worry, it won't take long. Well then.
Alright. Oh, let me actually... While I'm thinking about it, I will equip that gun. It's high shock. Not quite as much damage, but...
Guess we gotta do it.
So, what else do you want to do? There's something I'd like to check in an area further down. That platform we saw earlier should be the way down. Let's head there first. Wait, you've been here before, right? Don't you got like a map or something? That would hold no meaning in this place. The layout changes every time you enter. Yeah, okay, so it's a little roguelike.
For real?
Wait, so our path changes too? This place is the fused cognition of a countless number of people. It's constantly shifting. Even so, our destination should be pretty close. Counting on you, Joker. Ooh.
We've been discovered. Fine then, let's get him.
That's up. Down should be this way. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, hold on a sec. You guys hearing something? The trains are totally running!
Of course they are. We're in the subway, you know.
Yeah, but I thought this was a palace.
Then maybe this is how the public views this place? I don't know.
People go through this darkness every day?
Forget that! You sure we're cool running around on these tracks?
Should be fine as long as we're not on the same ones. I think. I'm no train expert.
You gotta be kidding me!
Anyway, let's head to the lower area. It should be right after we go down that escalator.
We should be fine, as long as we don't get crushed by a train.
This way.
Alright, there it is. The thing I want to make sure of is inside. Creepy ass door.
What is this place? It's kinda creepy.
And a dead end at that. Why does it even exist?
Now hold on. Just watch. This is most likely not an ordinary wall. If my hunch is correct...
It opened!
A new area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
See? It's just as I thought.
Does that mean we can fast travel to the next area?
What do you mean?
Like start there instead of having to start at the top?
That wall wouldn't budge when I came here by myself before. But it'd be weird for the deepest part of Mementos to be some normal place like this, wouldn't it?
So you're thinking there's gotta be more?
Yeah. Now that Kamoshida's palace is gone and people are actually starting to talk about us, I knew something had to have changed down here.
How deep is it? Should we try going further down?
Let's not. That's not why we're here today, remember? We've already accomplished our goal. We should head back, and I'll explain more once we're home.
Okay.
Hey, look!
What?
A person? In Mementos?
Hello, child.
Maybe it's this one. Ooh, tasty.
Hey, what's he drinking?
Oh, I thought I felt something strange for a second. So, who are you guys?
We should be asking you that.
Good point. Sorry about that. It's customary for a human to introduce itself before asking another human for its name.
What the fuck are you?
Thanks for reminding me, Mr. Tanuki? No, Cat?
What took so long to come up with cat? And I'm not either of those.
Yeah, getting confused about that seems pretty normal to me.
My name is Jose. I'm looking for flowers. I'm pretty surprised to see some normal humans running around. I didn't know people could just come here.
Well, we are pretty special. Wait, that's not important. Who you are is what matters right now.
When you said you were looking for flowers, did you mean that floating thing?
That's right, pretty lady. Those seem to be the ones I've been looking for. I'm collecting as many of them as I can, because I'm studying humans.
Studying humans? That's why you turned a flower into a drink?
Yep.
Drinking flower juice counts as studying?
I mean, Ryuji, if it'll help you get better grades, maybe try that.
Hey, could you guys help me with my research?
How?
By collecting flowers for me. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free, though. I find all kinds of stuff you can use while you're exploring.
Okay, so this is like another shop.
I'll trade you some of that stuff for more flowers.
Well, what do you think? Should we try and get him some flowers?
Seems like it could do us some good, but we don't know this kid. We gotta be careful.
I trust Jose implicitly.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. Let's give him a hand. He seems like he could use it, and it shouldn't be too hard to pick flowers while we're exploring, right?
Okay. Any other reasons?
He called me pretty lady.
No! Lady on!
It's probably fine. I mean, he said he'd give us useful stuff and all. What'd he say?
Well, are you going to help me find the flowers or not?
Yeah, let's help him.
Thanks.
Jose would never betray us.
Wait! Hang on a second! We still have no idea who this kid is!
Of course we do. He's Jose.
Don't go thanking us just yet, bud!
you hungry? I learned hunger can make a person turn grumpy. Here, you can have this.
Cookie. Milk taste cookies.
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Well, yeah, you're making the kid worry about you even more. Guess there's no way out of this one.
I'll be looking for flowers around here, so stop by and say hi if you see me. Oh, and I guess just gathering flowers would be kind of boring, huh? Since you humans seem to enjoy playing so much, I'll come up with some fun games for you. Ah, I also remembered something humans like to say to each other. Good job.
I can't tell if that's a my brother and me reference or not, because it's just oblique enough that it's probably not. But it might be because the car horn honking.
Who in the hell was that?
It was Jose.
If he's studying humans, does that mean he isn't one? I mean, he just seemed like some nice kid.
Well, he didn't feel like a shadow. I wouldn't say he's dangerous. At least for now.
Anyways, if we see any of those flowers he wants, I guess we can grab them for him.
Whoa!
I totally forgot.
Hey!
There's something I've been meaning to give to all of you. What would that be? Well, actually, I picked up something strange while I was exploring earlier. Here it is. Huh? What the heck is that? It's a star. At least, that's what they look like, so that's what I call them. A star? So, what about it did you want to show us? Humans make wishes on stars, right? That's so interesting. Stars granting wishes. So this star is going to grant your wishes.
Wait!
Our wishes? Or, it would be nice to think that. Nice to think that. Seriously.
Hey!
I'll give this to you. It's so sparkly and beautiful. You want it too, don't you? It's a sign of our friendship. I know what that is.
Doing good?
Off I go now. Good job.
Hey, wait!
Well, there he goes. A star, huh? He said it'd grant our wishes or something. I highly doubt something like that would actually happen, even in mementos. Well, I guess you can try it, at least try making a wish.
Oh, I know!
Okay, I wish for all-you-can-eat parfaits, with 0 calories.
Alright!
An extra large beef bowl, with pork soup on the side. Nothing's happening. Was Skull's wish too petty?
Huh?
You're one to talk. I guess things don't just happen that easily.
Hey!
But we can't just throw the thing away. Hold on to it for now.
Well then.
Well, that was a bit unexpected. Let's head back now. Okay. I think I'm gonna, when I get a chance, I'm gonna save, and we'll call it for today, because we've been going for, coming up on 3 hours.
Mementos, huh? Still don't really get that place. Oh, and what was that wall thing we saw at the end?
Not entirely sure, but that wall must have been there for a reason. If Mementos is the public's palace, though, it might be affected by the general public's belief in us.
Gotta get that meter up.
Why do you know so much about it, Morgana?
My memories are a little foggy in that regard. However, I need to know what lies in the depths of Mementos, no matter what.
No matter what?
Mementos is not just everyone's palace. It's the source of all palaces. It used to be that palaces like Kamoshida's with one ruler simply didn't exist. So if we can do something about the greatest cause of distortions, I'm certain my appearance will...
You wanted someone to save you, too.
I just needed pawns.
I see. So that's why you came poking your nose around with us.
I'll help you. I hope you can regain what you've lost.
I'll be relying on you guys.
By the way, Morgana, are you a boy? Or might you be a girl?
Could it be a car?
That is a possibility.
I wish I could deny it, but I just can't be sure.
Why not? In any case, of course I'm male. I mean,
What is it?
No, it's nothing. We're done talking about that.
Boy cat. Boy cat, boy car.
We now know that we can perform minor changes of heart in mementos. If we come across any eye-catching leads, it may be worth dealing with them for a bit of combat practice.
There weren't any other outstanding ones, though.
I bet we'll get tons of them if we can change someone famous and make the Phantom Thieves well known. The big fish are our main targets, after all.
First, you need to find a way to get through your exams.
I gotta study.
Now go to mementos. Ooh, mysterious onlooker. Man, that Nakanohara guy was a piece of cake. If we can take down some kind of big target next, we're totally gonna get famous. Hey, we're trying to help people, not get famous. But if people don't know who we are, how are we gonna give them any courage? You sure, Ryuji? Am I wrong? I don't necessarily think that you're wrong, but should we really be doing this at all if we don't have a reason, like with Kamoshida? You mean we shouldn't be sticking our noses into other people's business? I don't know, man. If someone's in trouble, it's only natural to want to help them out. I mean, I agree with that. And I guess I was glad we were able to solve the stalker case. Plus, what good are our personas if we don't use them for good? Don't you agree, Nona? I want to help people. The same goes for me. We don't got much time to be arguing over this either. That Madarame guy bothers me. Yeah, but no getting carried away, you understand? Don't do anything to stand out, like fail all your exams. Crap. Speaking of that, I haven't studied at all. What about that star? The one Jose gave us? I wonder if that could help us ace the exams. Yeah, somehow I doubt that. Hell, I'd settle for just not failing. Bargaining isn't gonna help you here. You wouldn't use it for that in the first place. Maybe you should just, I don't know, put some actual effort in? You've still got time. Fine.
What's up?
Is it Ryuji? Did he mention anything about mementos? If there's anything you want to know, I can tell you. Okay, let's save here. We'll pick up next week. Come by this Friday at 1 Eastern if you want to see the finale of Death Stranding. And then we're gonna be doing some more Persona more regularly. So, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. Looks like... Yeah, I don't think that anyone's up to raid, so I think we'll just end there. Thanks everyone! See you next week. Or Friday.